We are back. We're back in the stew.
Smell my fingers. Smell my fingers.
We are back. We're back in the stew. We are back.
What's up? I'm Liam, and this is Adam, and we're in the stew.
Yo.
Oh yeah, we're back in the stew. Just got back from Charlotte at the Tommy Richmond concert.
Tommy Tom.
Most people of the podcast know him as Tom.
Yeah, personal.
Personally,
Name.
first name basis. I just got back from a good friend's concert, Tom.
Yeah. You could just say, I was hanging out with Tom this weekend.
Yeah, me and Tom. Not even this weekend, just last night.
Yeah. I caught a drink with Tom last night.
Yeah, me and Tom kicked back, chilled. He had to sing on stage mostly for it all.
Yeah, he had to work.
Yeah.
He had work.
He's got some tough hours. That is some night. That's a night shift almost. One could say, tough hours between the hours of 9 and 10. But yeah, I did go to a Tommy Richmond concert.
Cheers.
Opener was My Name Isn't J-Mac. It's good.
Shout out.
Dapped him up after his show.
Oh, good shit.
I was wearing Trevor's Sunset Mosh Pit shirt.
We both looked. You're not wearing it right now.
I'm not wearing it right now. I was wearing it though. I was wearing the shirt. It says Sunset Mosh Pit.
Mm-hmm.
I was wearing the shirt.
Yeah, at the time.
He was like, "Yo, he didn't recognize me, or
Maybe.
I talked to him maybe once or twice. You know. This is My Name Isn't J-Mac, by the way. This is not Tom.
Tom.
I could just call him J-Mac. He's cool. Didn't recognize me, but it's okay. He's like, "Oh, I'm gonna take a picture. Let me send it to Trevor." I was like, "Don't." I was like, "Don't. I'm his boy. I don't want to see him you to send me a picture of my crop top that I'm wearing."
I don't know. It kind of would have been fire. It's kind of like running into one of your friends somewhere else.
I should have let him send it.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying.
Yeah.
Just let it ride.
Yeah, I fucked that up. But I was like, "Yo, what up?" We met. He's like, "Oh yeah." He's like, "Meet me up. We'll talk after the show." I was like, "Where?" I was like, "Where?" Because all I'm thinking in my head is getting a video of Tom saying, "Vote for In the Stew for Charleston's best local podcast."
Are you in? Are you in?
Hey, yeah, Tom, could you bend over and say, "Are you in? Are you in?"
Yeah.
And spell run. Yeah, show was good though. He didn't do Tennessee because Trevor wasn't there.
It's a courteous gesture.
Yeah. He didn't do Letterman because Paco wasn't there, so it's okay. It makes sense. But he did do Brent Faiyaz the song, but Brent Faiyaz wasn't there.
Well, yeah. He's more of a ghost anyway.
Mm-hmm. Good show. Was talking with another producer. The guy was playing the guitar for J-Mac, but he's also like the producer for Tommy. Yeah, I am allergic.
Yeah. You got some leftovers from that concert, dude.
No, it's not. No leftover. It is just pollen season, and I was not prepared.
Yeah, that yellow dust has come back around.
The dust. It's crazy, like dust clouds as we were driving of pollen.
Yeah, they hold grudges too.
But yeah, talking with one of the producers after the show, and it's like, "How's the tour? It's fun. Is it fun just going around to all these cities, seeing the world, essentially?" He's like, "It's fucking crazy. We're in a different city every night. It's fun every night. Get drunk, get back on the bus, wake up in another city." What was my question that I had to ask?
Do you all use the same bathroom?
Ooh, good question. I didn't ask that, but pretty related.
But like a human question.
I asked, so how bad's that smell getting on the bus?
Nice. You gotta bring them back to earth.
Yeah. No,
It's
it's
just a bunch of bros.
He's like, "No, this is fucking crazy." I was like, you guys are just chill dudes,
Yeah.
like going
Yeah.
across the country.
Yeah, rock star lifestyle.
They were just boys, you know.
Well, I've always been interested in the whole rock star persona because they act so larger than life on camera. Understandable. You got to keep up with at least somewhat of the gimmick
Uh-huh.
to get the casual fans, get the ticket sales. But behind the scenes, I'd be like crying tears of joy all
Oh,
the
yeah.
time. Like, I'm just a dude.
They're very blessed.
Yeah, it's great.
Mhm.
I'm glad that you got to feed off of that because that's what I've always wanted to invoke out of a famous person.
Mhm.
Just like whether it be an actor or like extremely
Still
successful
dudes.
businessman.
He's like, honestly, the last few days have been getting a little questionable, but we've been keeping it good. I was like, oh yeah.
Oh, nice. They probably had a couple sit down talks.
Yeah.
A couple
Who's pooping
alliances.
where?
Yeah.
Yeah, a couple of alliances. Someone found the hidden media idol on the bus. That is the plan B.
Well, that's what happens, right? I mean, going on the road is kind of like a season of Survivor. Who's going to get voted off the island?
Yeah,
'Cause there's
who's
no
not
way-
going to make it to the end of the tour?
Yeah, because somebody's definitely getting dropped off and a plane ticket's being bought.
Yeah. Someone's going to get their passport revoked somehow. They're not going to make it to Berlin in April.
Wild to think that somebody could be on thin ice and then blow up the bathroom at the wrong time and then get kicked out of the entourage.
Didn't even know it.
Didn't even.
Dude, no one pulled me in. This is a blind side right
Yeah,
now.
whoever smelt it dealt it.
It's a blind side. We were passing through North Carolina. You guys were like, eat this Bojangles. So, where else am I going to exit this Bojangles?
Yeah, setting somebody up. Yeah.
So yeah, he was cool, and we had a great conversation. His name was John.
Shout out John.
Yeah, shout out John. He's definitely not listening, but shout out.
I mean, listen, I'm past the point of every time I hop on this podcast, I expect next week to be on the Fallon show. Is that not that's what's going through my head? That when you're like, get ready for the podcast, I'm like, we're gonna be famous. That's what I'm thinking about every time.
You have such a good imagination, man.
That's what's gonna make it. I'm gonna have to be disassociating something when I'm on my knees.
We need to
Listen,
get
there's only one way to make it.
Adam with a box of crayons could fucking.
Listen, I'd
Take
eat a
on the
couple of
world.
them. I'd down them.
You could take on the world, man. There's nothing stopping you with a box of crayons.
Koreans.
Shout out, John.
Yeah, shout out John.
Then I walked over and talked to Jonah, the producer of $1 Million Baby. I was like, "What up?" He's like, "I know you." I was like,
See,
"Yeah."
that's what I'm talking about. You're bullshitting over here. You're close to the bacon.
I'm close to the
You're
bacon,
bacon adjacent.
But it got too awkward where I was just saying hi to everyone.
Yeah,
I was out
exactly.
there, and I was just like, "I'm just gonna go."
Yeah, just popping in for a
Yeah.
howdy.
Yeah, it was nice.
You're a gentleman.
I'm just happy that I got to ask how bad it smelled.
But
on
yeah,
the bus.
keep it human.
Yeah.
Keep it human. I'm
Yeah.
not.
I've got the inside scoop for the stew.
Yeah, that's
okay?
a stew question.
If you guys want to tell your friends that the Tommy Richmond tour bus smells, go ahead.
Yeah, I got your deets.
I've got it. I'm leaking their info. I am the fucking whistleblower. Okay. Tell everyone. Do it.
Do you think a male tour bus smells worse or a female tour bus, like the Spice Girls? Do you think their tour? How is that smelling on that
I
tour
mean,
bus?
I know 1 week out of that month is gonna smell bad.
Yeah.
Who said it?
It was. No.
But yeah, it was sick. It was sick. Good for them, honestly,
Was
because
it-
they were vibing. At one point in the show, Tommy was like, "This is my boy Jonah. I used to sleep on his couch.
Yeah.
22 years old and he's single and ready to mingle."
Oh, okay. Into that crowd.
A lot of X's on the back of hands in that
Yeah.
crowd. I just want to point that out too. Hopefully they were looking at the
Hey,
ones
dude,
that were
single and on Omegle sounds like that's what the crowd is. No, it must have been nice being there with Bay and you being like, for months, being like, I do know them. They might recognize me. And then finally, she believes you.
Yeah.
She's like, okay, clout.
She met my friends. I was like, yeah, they're real.
Yeah.
And I was chatting it up with J Mac, and she was like, okay, maybe.
Valid. Stamps valid.
Oh yeah. And after I talked to Jonah, Bay goes, "Wait, that's the producer for $1 Million Baby." I'm like, "Yeah." She's like, "He's so normal."
What'd you expect? Fucking.
What'd you expect? I'm like, Jonah, it's nice to see you.
Yeah, like, well, not all artists are Rick Owen.
Or
you know?
he's just constantly in survival tribal council sound mode.
There's a split vote tonight.
He's getting blindsided on the tour bus, and we'll never know. Maybe Jonah shits one so bad that he gets off the
I'm gonna
bus.
start giving people hidden immunity idols.
Yeah,
I think that's gonna be my birthday present.
I would love there to be a poster in the crowd at the Tommy Richmond show tonight in Atlanta, just letting the people know who are
There's
listening.
time.
Oh wait, no, it's damn. This is coming out on Thursday.
This is after.
Wherever the next show is, I hope they're gonna have a sign of, "I bet that tour bus stinks."
I have good intel. Yeah, if you can't tell, we've been watching a Survivor.
Yeah, Survivor's back.
List is so
It's,
back.
I mean, it's probably never gone. We've
it's
just gotten
so
busy and doing stuff. But in the free time that we've acquired as of late,
Yeah.
it's all Survivor.
Spoiler alert: Rome dumbass got voted off. Whoop whoop.
Let's go. Spoiler alert for the old season.
Yeah. The season came out like a year and a half ago or something. Rome got voted out, and that's huge.
Yeah, huge info.
He was ruining my season.
It really, it gets your brain thinking. The ingenuity and just the trust that you gotta have in the individual. And also, this is just another Truman Show situation where they're just like, let's put a bunch of people here
Rats and cheese.
and tell them, stuff's a lurking.
Yeah. Yeah.
Go,
Paranoia.
Sam. Go tell Rome that he was talking about Genevieve, or someone had Genevieve in her mouth.
Yeah.
I don't know.
No, that's basically the whole show, and then they make him squirm in dirt
And
for
then
food.
Yeah, and then it's Jeff Probst just there too.
He's got to be a Scientologist, dude. I refuse. He gets way too much pleasure out of watching them squawk.
I think all he does is work out and then go back and talk to them.
Like sleeper cell agent, he gets into a block of ice.
I could see Jeff Probst working for the CIA.
100%. He's an asset.
He's got some, talking about intel, he's got some intel. Why do you think he's on all these islands? He's got to hide from someone.
He's actually just Indiana Jones first.
And what better way to hide in plain sight?
Yeah. With that shirt.
And-
Pioneered.
Again, we love pirates because of the booty. Second thing we love about pirates, hard args. But the third thing that we like about pirates are the clues, obviously. We love the clues.
Never forget the clues. P.S. Clues.
Survivor has brought back clues for me.
Oh my gosh.
Clues may be 6th or 7th on the most wanted list by Liam Clancy right now. And I'm seeking some clues.
Yeah.
When's the next time I'm going to get some head? No, I don't know. What's the next clue?
I think the only clue that people are really looking for is when Armageddon's going to hit.
Mm-hmm.
And people have been wrong every time about those clues. There was that huge calendar the Mayans found.
We
something.
are Armageddon. I don't think anyone...
Oh, it's the human race.
We ourselves...
Not very nihilist of you.
Yeah?
Yeah, nihilism.
What would be nihilist of me?
To assume that we're the poison, like humans. Humans are the poison.
But
like human nature is.
But then everyone else is just blaming on other stuff.
Exactly. So you're nihilists. All right, you can go look into the camera and say that you're a nihilist. My name's Liam.
Humans have always done the one bad thing that's happened to the Earth is the meteor, and everyone likes to be like, "Hey, yo, that meteor really fucked up some people."
Yeah.
But big storms hurt us.
I was curious what your one thing was going to be. I was like, is it going to be Jesus dying? Is it going to be, Luka getting traded to the Lakers? The meteor.
Well, there is a volcano about to erupt in like Washington.
I've been hearing that since I was a kid. I ain't heard it. I ain't seen it. Mordor.
So they say they have some clues.
They got some volcano clues. Have you ever seen that video of the two bros on the volcano top, and they throw a rock in there, and they reignite the volcano, and the volcano erupts because they threw a big rock in it? I feel like that's us. I feel
That's
like
real?
Yeah. They threw
could do that?
Yeah, because it's like dormant.
Hey Siri, where's the nearest volcano?
Where's the nearest big rock that I can throw in a volcano?
Alexa, where's the nearest volcano? I really didn't know that. I wish that worked with car engines.
Just throwing a huge rock at it.
Huge rock at my car and it starts. Like, holy shit, Liam. I'm like, dude, this new technology.
Dude, I got a guy for that.
That is. I mean, that's the same technology. That's the same shit as our landlord hiring a guy to put a stick in our dishwasher to make it work.
Yeah, the hole in our wall. He was like, first step, we got to make this hole bigger. And I was like, what?
I mean, it was a good first step.
Yeah. Find the edges of the cardboard box we live in.
It's cardboard, paper mache, 75% old Zins
Yeah.
are holding out up this house right now.
Yeah.
I'd say a few rats, too, are under there just bench pressing us.
Like Atlas. You're telling me, yeah, I like that. Yeah. Instead of the layers holding up the earth, it's just like rats and lasagna and holding up our house.
The rats got to eat something.
Yeah, rats got to eat. I've been thinking about, well, it happened while you were gone. First of all, I can't live alone anytime soon.
For the 13, 14, 15 hours I was gone?
It was bad. It was bad. It got to a point where I was like hallucinating, kind of. Not really, but disassociating. And I was like playing out a conversation in my head where I was like an NBA All-Star and I was talking shit to a ref. And then I realized I was kind of just like yelling at a wall. And I was like, all right, I can't live alone anytime soon. Sat Friday night, I was yelling at a wall.
People be hating on free will, but you forget about free thought.
Dude, restrain me.
Free thought is scary.
I talked myself into being comfortable being lobotomized. I think I needed a flat line.
I've been trying to conceptualize ways to incept people lately.
I'm your first suspect, dude.
It's worked because I knew that you were going to talk to a wall about being in the NBA.
Yeah. Yeah, you gave me that idea. It was a great idea. I felt great. I had a couple scoring titles. I got the Hawks a couple rings. I was talking shit to the GM. It was great. It was a great waste of time.
I mean, that's also how much I conceptualized me actually having a conversation with Mr. Tom Richman.
Yeah, Tom.
And him grabbing the camera and be like, vote for In the Stew, best local podcast.
And you're just grinning the whole concert.
I'm just like,
oh, wouldn't that be
literally, yeah, the whole concert, like, me and Bay were dancing. I was listening to the songs. It was amazing, but I was completely distracted because I wanted the video to go perfectly correct. I'm just like,
get the
In
shit
the
up.
Stew, best local podcast. We drove 3 hours for this. No, on all of that, the best joke was the first thing we did when we got to Charlotte was go to this like hot dog place. It was closing down. I think tomorrow is their last day they're open. Huge line.
Lizzie down.
There was a huge line. It was fucking packed. They should have told them that they were closing every weekend because goddamn, they would have never closed.
These dogs must go.
Me and Bay finish hot dogs, and I'm like, okay, that's it. Let's go back to Charleston. That's what we came here for. 2 hot dogs. I'm good.
Yeah,
Good
it's
Charlotte
nice
trip.
to just get out.
It's nice, yeah. It's nice to just hit the open road and catch a dog. Character talk. Yeah, I just needed to fuel up. That was just putting gas in the tank.
That was like kind of what I did. I drove downtown, ate breakfast, and came back and took a nap. And I was like, I'm so glad that I went downtown. I parked in the breakfast drive-through. Didn't leave. Didn't see any of the town. Didn't get any sun. I was like, it's so nice to get downtown. I'm lucky to live here in Charleston.
Sun's been nice.
Makes you think, yeah.
Sun's been nice. It's also really nice when you're sitting down in the car listening to music.
Unbeatable.
It is unbeatable.
AC's way better than heat inside the car.
And you know what else people could be doing? Ordering their pills on Amazon.
Ooh.
If you've got a Prime membership, you can get your doctor from Amazon.com right now.
Jeff?
You were talking about a lobotomy. You could probably get your
I could buy one.
off of Amazon.
I think
for
I could
sure.
just like slip and fall for the free.
I mean, 100% of products on Amazon could kill you. You just have to do
you
it
just
the right
have
way.
to swallow it.
You should just swallow all of them. 100% of all their products.
While I was downtown, I went to a gas station, and I had never been to this one, but while I was inside, the lady in front of me had a crying baby
Nice.
and like wailing, and she must have known.
Where'd she get it from?
Um,
She stole it? Is that why I was crying?
I think she made it.
Oh, really?
I would only hope
I
so.
hate when people do that.
It had her eyes.
I hate when people make babies.
Without you?
Yeah, I have to watch
You're
everyone.
jealous?
Oh, I gotta put the feet away. I have to watch everyone make a baby.
I mean, you gotta
Just
check
give
off.
'em-
It's like a QC check.
It's like pointers. I'm always coach mindset,
It's
but
like
keep
a-
going. I hate
it's
to
like
cut
a-
you off.
It's like a meter maid. You're kind of like a parking director.
Yes, yeah. I'm a big director.
Make sure that only the handicapped people park in the handicapped spaces.
Yeah, I like to direct produce. Exactly. Handicapped people got to park in the handicapped spaces.
Exactly.
You catch my drift.
Yes. And
Crying baby and you smacked it. What'd you do?
Well, so I was at the gas station and the lady told the gas station clerk, she goes, a lot of honkies out today, which I thought was hilarious. So I started laughing and they thought it was funny too. But it made me think that what you say, it's no longer the words. It's never been the words. We were confused that it was the words. It's always 100% context. But I was thinking, you can say honky, but if I got in your baby's face and I said, you're an ugly fucking baby, I probably couldn't do that. And that's the difference, is that you can't tell a baby it's ugly. You can't yell at a baby. But people could call me a honky, and that's
Yeah.
okay. That's normal. And that's good.
Because you're experienced.
Yeah.
You've grown.
Yeah.
Baby's gonna hear honky. He's gonna cry even more.
Yeah.
Like, no, I've been told my whole life, my whole 3 months, that I shouldn't be called honky.
I might try to get my nephew to call me Uncle Honky.
I want to start giving parental advice to people that I have no right to give parental advice to. I see your babies. Have you ever tried shaking it? Have you ever tried just leaving it somewhere?
This goes
and-
back to our conversation about respectively harassing the public.
Yeah, I'm walking a dangerous line here,
Yeah,
and
it's intentional.
it's completely satire.
Yeah. Well, I saw something.
It would also be hilarious to be like, I don't have a kid or anything, and I should never be telling someone else how to raise their kids. But have you ever tried moving away from it? Just leaving it. Just making it forget about you. Have you ever tried that?
Well, a lot of people have, and a lot of people have seen a lot of benefit from it. Yep.
I've never seen that on a billboard.
You know what we have seen on a billboard? Ketamine makes the pain go away.
Yeah, I was seeing a lot of ketamine stuff. Ketamine's in right now.
Oh, ketamine was huge with the teenagers at Tom's concert. Where all my real K-holers at?
It was a bunch of teenagers and then like one older couple, which was nice to see. But one billboard obviously was Jesus. Everything's Jesus. Forgive my sins. You know what, Jesus? How about forgive my student loans? All right? Quit telling me to fucking forgive me for my sins.
Yeah, I think if you go and get a degree in any type of religion, the Pope should have to front the bill.
Yeah. There we go. Now we're getting somewhere. What's that separation between church and state?
Yeah, why can I study it for hundreds of thousands of dollars? Meanwhile, the Pope. Does the Pope have a degree?
Yeah. What a old job. That's out. That job's out.
Pope is an old job.
Oh, yeah. When's the AI Pope coming?
Damn it. Well, I like the breakdown. You seen the Pope car? You know, there was a Pope car and movie
I know
cars.
the Popemobile.
Yeah.
Wait, did the Pope die yet?
No,
He's-
I mean
he's still
he
holding
dies
on?
every couple years. No,
Yeah,
this one hasn't died, but he's getting there. He's
Yeah.
getting real old. Kind of want young Pope.
Young Buff Pope. We've been here before. Don't you get me started with Buff Pope.
Young Buff Pope.
Swole Pope. Yoked Pope.
Yeah, dude. We're gonna start this prayer with 10 burpees.
Some guy in the bathroom
Hallowed
did
be thy
ask
name.
another fella, how did you get so big? And he's like, I'm not that big. He's like, come on, man, how'd you get so big? And he listed off like 15 things that he'd been doing. I was too far away to hear the exact like list of items that this swole man, and I didn't even see how swole he was.
Were any of those 15 semen retention?
3 of them were semen
retention.
retention. 2, I think one of them was a testosterone booster because there was a supplementary question afterwards of how is that on your body. And I did catch a glimpse of the guy asking questions. Nerd.
Looked like me.
No, he didn't look like any of us. Just a nerd,
Oh, okay.
tiny nerd who just knew a lot about bodybuilding for some reason.
The one who was yoked was the nerd?
No,
Oh, the questionnaire.
the
Okay.
questionnaire.
Okay.
Yes, not the questionee.
Little do you know, his power level is 10 million, and he could cast a spell and vaporize both of you.
There were a few spellbenders, I'd
Yeah.
say, on
Yeah.
top of the teenagers.
What about smell
Not on
benders?
top of the teenagers, but more of like in the phrase of.
Like inside of them. Wait, no, like smell benders? They were stinking in there? I'm sure nobody could smell anything with this pollen.
No, it was the AC was on. It was keeping the smells down.
I'm going to start selling snow nose candy and cutting it with pollen. That way your nose clogs up and you can't tell how good the product is.
I'm just gonna start selling pollen.
Yeah, that's another thing that we've talked about on the pod. Is that it should be in the Geneva Convention, pollen bombs.
I don't know, man. It's pollen's in season and it's trending. It's trending again.
I like that word choice. Pollen's trending.
Pollen's trending. Daylight savings trending.
Yeah, those are the two water cooler conversations going on right
Day
now.
drinking trending. It's back in.
Day drinking and Survivor's back.
Day drinking on Survivor.
We are so lucky to be alive right now.
What a time. Do you think Lewis and Clark, they were like out there, jerking off on the
Grand Canyon
and on the Oregon Trail, wherever they were doing? Do you think they were ever like, damn, do you think there would be a time where two guys would have a podcast and talk about Survivor and day drinking?
Yeah, Lewis and Clark were totally like, we should record this.
Dude, write that down. That's hilarious.
Meanwhile, they're just like inscribing.
Yeah. They're in the Smoky
Topographical maps.
Mountains. Finally made Sacagawea laugh. And they're like, dude, you ever think you should do stand up?
Damn it.
No, I don't think anyone can fully believe that there was a way to have a future where it's like, because everyone's trying to focus on the arts, right? That's like the overarching goal.
Yeah.
Technology will finally do all the work for humans. They can finally work on this futuristic society where it's just
Renaissance, yeah, Renaissance men.
Yeah.
Yeah, we're using technology to get towards a renaissance, yeah.
But what everyone never anticipated when they would think of those ideas, in the past, is that everyone would be so bad at it.
They had to think that.
They're like, nah, everyone's just gonna be an artiste. Everyone's gonna be fancy.
Well, I think that mindset is still in the Eastern Hemisphere of existence. Because if you went way back in time and said, hey, everyone has the opportunity to get healthy food, everyone has the opportunity to get an education, everyone has the opportunity to work for a living and own their own property, they'd say, okay, so everyone must be extremely well-read, have their own house. And they'd be like, yeah, of course. No one cares. No one's reading, no one's painting, no one's eating healthy.
They're trying to do ketamine in an underground EDM sewer festival.
Which, again, you take that pilgrim and you give them ketamine in a sewer festival, and they're choosing ketamine in sewer festival.
You give a pilgrim ketamine.
It's like give a mouse a cookie.
There's always we have
pilgrim ketamine.
We have the Romans versus
Trojans
versus we have
Right?
those simulations where we could online 1,000 rats versus
Rage
something.
of War. Okay.
Where is the give ketamine the pilgrim simulation?
Try Baldur's Gate 3.
Yeah.
Shout out to all the gamers out there. Yeah, there's that and like Warcraft. A couple games do have some cool stuff like that. Mr. Krabs Ketamine Adventure. There's speed runs of that.
That's what they probably never even, or maybe they just never thought of drugs like we thought of drugs,
I think their whole life was drugs.
Yeah.
Imagine never getting a chance to eat fruit and then every spring ripping on some strawberries. You're high as heck. You're as high as it gets. Every experience, come across a stream of nice water.
Yeah.
You're baked.
Bro, I was 80 degrees outside. Stoned. Stoned off of that sunlight.
Exactly.
Bro, giddy as hell.
Authentic.
You're like, bro, I walked into the gas station. Dude's like, you too smiley, man. You high or something? I'm like, nah, it's that fucking vitamin D, bro.
Yeah. Well, maybe
Get
it's
outta here.
skewed. Maybe it's because we have so many outlets for immediate dopamine that we just can't. We're just zapped. We think that this is common. That because of all of the advancements and things served up on a platter that we can't appreciate. But maybe it is an internal thing. Maybe we just need to go live out in the mountains for a couple weeks, and we'd come back.
We have access to too many hobbies.
Too many hot women.
Yeah, two hot women.
Many. They're both huge.
No, they're not. No, they're not.
No, they're both gorgeous.
They're
But
not.
no, I will say I do throw Bay's name under the bus to get a couple quick laughs.
You should go to a comedy show where Liam's talking about his girlfriend.
Oh my gosh.
It is insane.
Too many layups. It's how I show love, but I will tell people, I'm like, I'm way more of a personality guy. She is like 350 pounds. And they're like, oh my God. I'm like, she's not 350 pounds. But your reaction is concerning. A little judgmental there.
Yeah. No, she can't be 350 pounds and all mine.
Yeah. Don't you be getting any ideas over there.
Were you scared for me?
Yeah.
You think I didn't have the confidence to come up here and tell you that my fat fucking girlfriend? No.
Yeah. Yeah, I said at this year's family Thanksgiving, they said, oh, Adam, you have a girlfriend. I was like, yeah, I'm going to bring her on Christmas. She's black, by the way. And there was a pause. There was a silence. I was like, she's not, but that was weird. And my mom was very mad.
Just testing the family.
Yeah, you got to test the crowd real quick. Some people stopped serving food up on their plate, which,
I'm mad that there's not a tour going on in our house right now. We were supposed to be recording this podcast while there was a house tour being given because we were moving out.
Yeah, we're selling the crib.
Yeah, we're not selling it because we don't have money like that.
Because we don't own it.
Yeah.
Well,
Maybe that's what people forgot, that like owning something, they thought owning something was gonna get so cheap. Maybe.
I think they didn't understand how many people there'd be. And how much people would
and that's
consume.
also a thing that people still have a problem with, how, like, fully understanding how many people there are.
Yeah, 8.5 bill is a lot of people.
And because the most people anyone has ever seen at once is like a football game, football stadium, Taylor Swift concert. You know, that's a fucking shitload of people there. That's a tiny little
Times that by
percentage.
10, and then times that again by 10, and then times that again by 10, and then another time by 10.
And then subtract 200 years and 50 IQ points. And people are like, damn, they're going to be so fucking art. They're going to be so good at art. They're just going to be amazing. And they never calculated that we'd also stay at the same IQ level. And that we're taking steps towards making us dumber.
Well, I don't think that people were exposed to how smart people were. It's like learning a music composition. You have to know scales to be able to appreciate music to the next level, to understand. I'm like, oh, that's just good music because I don't play. So I feel like that's how dumb peasants were. They were just like, oh, they're smart, whatever that means. Like, they didn't have any outlets for smart. Like, what were their schools?
We still have that.
What were their schools teaching them?
We still have that peasant mindset. Come on, man. Why am I not rich? You started off the, dude. I'm going into. We already famous. Wait, we're famous right now.
Listen. Rich,
You're looking at
rich
two
from
peasants
within.
on this podcast right now.
Yeah, it's not called In the Golden Spoon.
Please, sir, may I have another view?
Shit, we can do it there. I don't care.